Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel. This is Scott Tyndall of Photoledger, and it is 18 of July 2025, and it's 3:07. I began to thinking about it last night, and if anybody has one of these, what's known as a bridge camera, a way to attach the neck strap, I came across this thought where you could use simple black or whatever color you prefer elastic hair tie back, pull back. Some people use rubber bands to pull their hair back, but I found these black elastic bands. They're simple to use. Attach them, and this is y'all however you prefer to use them. But with the bridge cameras, they're not as heavy as a full size camera. This is digital, or it can be 35 millimeter. This is a Fujifilm digital, model 2940, I believe. 2940 WM. But getting back with everything, I had a inexpensive camera, and I was trying to find a way just to throw a strap on there to use it. It's plastic, so it's not expensive. And I was like, well, how can I attach the straps without everything should be on a budget thought process? Because I don't have a lot of money. I don't know a lot of people that do, particularly photographers just starting out. And guess what? You're into photography, you're going to be creative. That's part of the game. One thing that I sometimes do is, one of my old favorite TV shows was the original or reboot MacGyver. Well, in a tight situation, you think yourself out of it. So anyway, I've had to use that train of thought with many things out in the field to make better pictures better, more interesting, and just experimentation. But getting back with the part of the experimentation is to use these elastic bands, hair bands, basically. I bought some of these to help with making homemade masks, face masks during COVID. And I never got rid of them. COVID masks faded out. And it's like, well, with these, I got these at the dollar store. And I thought, well, wait a minute, with the inexpensive camera, this would work on my other cameras as well, to help with the neck strain, carrying the camera. But basically, I took the band and doubled it over, went through the camera's eyelet right here, threaded it through, and then I took the neck strap that came with the camera and just put that through, such as this. As you can tell, it makes for an elastic, shock absorbing piece for the camera when you're carrying it. And I like that idea, because that helps protect any shock on the camera, something stationary like the strap, and also with the camera itself. Not as much of a jolt. I know when you're out there in the field, you're trying to think smart, but like everything else, you're trying to get things done, and you're always changing the way that you carry your camera. I've noticed a lot of people develop their own kind of strap. But anyway, I just came up with this, threaded it through, threaded the lens cap onto the strap like I had it before, and that way it's there, it's not in your way, and you won't lose the lens cap. So this is just my thought process. I did that for both sides, and the way that I had threaded the elastic band through the metal eyelet here, I used a piece of survival cord. They're popular nowadays, and inside you're going to find smaller pieces of the thread. The thread gets pulled up like you're threading a needle through the eyelet, hooked around the cord, and the other end of, like you're threading a needle, goes back through the eyelet, and that leaves you with a piece where you can grab both ends, and that will help pull the elastic cord through the eyelet. And that also will help with the wear and tear on the eyelet, on the camera. You just have to keep an eye on the condition of these hair miniature bungee cords, or not, I guess you call it elastic bungee cords. Check for the wear and tear. When, just replace them when they get worn. Now this is according to your skill level. If you're an amateur or somebody just starting out, to possibly professional, which you have to look and clean your camera and your equipment often, doing safe care and maintenance. Just check the condition. This may not work for everybody. It may not work for the occasional photographer that is freelance. It also adds about another inch or inch and a half, 2 inches from the strap to the cord to the eyelet, which gives you a little bit more room. And it's also just a way to help not cause metal rings or whatever that will wear out over time. But in the long run, I think these little elastic bands will work. I don't trust rubber bands because they do become dry and brittle over time. But like I say, when you're out there in the field and you're having to clean your equipment during your downtime, just inspect the condition of these elastic bands. And if you want more length to them around your neck, just add another elastic cord to it. Fairly easy customizable. But anyway, I'm going to see how this works. I've had one on my other digital camera, and it's all personal preference, but this is just what I thought about doing, and see how long it lasts, how comfortable it is, because usually if something doesn't work, you find something else that will. But I feel fairly safe with this bridge type camera or something of this weight. I wouldn't put a 300 millimeter lens with a professional camera on there because it's going to be heavier, unless you want to get something similar for shock absorbing. So anyway, that's my thought process for modification of the neck strap to attaching the camera. And it's, if you're having to work with things where some people take the neck strap off, what I usually do is just take the neck strap, instead of taking it off when you're on like a tripod, just throw it over the part of the tripod, however you normally work, without removing the whole neck strap. It's everybody's personal preference. There's no clips that click into place like is on some of the straps that you have nowadays where you push on the middle and the two ends come out. If you want to use that, that's up to you, but this is just something I was thinking about doing and trying out, and I'm always thinking what can be improved. And when you're out in the field, you're going to come up with little camera isms to make things work. And that's part of the craft, is being creative. And God help if you saw if a client saw you being creative. I'm being funny with that one because that one is an important deal, and that's one of the aspects of being a photographer, is how to proactively use your equipment for the best results. So anyway, that's my thought process, and hope it works if you choose to use it. If you don't want to use it, feel free to mention what you found in the past, and this is just my idea. So anyway, keep on clicking, and we'll talk with you on the next video. Thanks for watching, and keep on clicking. Bye.